What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to another episode clip of Pree Da Podcast. And just a reminder that these are only shortened clips. And if you want to listen to the full episode, make sure you click the first link in the description below. Or alternatively, you can type in Pree Da Podcast on all your audio listening platforms. And if you want to keep up with what goes on behind the scenes, make sure you follow our Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, maybe, at Pree Da Podcast. And without further ado, I'll catch you guys on the other side.
I just love the interactions with my clients where it's like a therapy session. I have amazing looks that I think I've done that I've stand back and I'm like, wow. We've worked with my friend Helly. She used to get me in to do shoots for Sassy World and we used to have so much fun. I used to love those. There's so many achievements and looks and nails that I've done that I think, wow. But those little moments where you're just like supporting someone or you're helping them through something, that's what I love about my job.
You are now listening to Pree Da Podcast with your host, Majaro.
What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to the Pree Da Podcast YouTube channel. And you guys already know what I'm going to say. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Because we've actually reached 100 subscribers. But for us to continue growing, make sure you share this with your friends and families. Because that goes a long way in helping us do that. Now let's get into it. What is up, my tribal people? Welcome back to your favorite podcast on the internet, Pree Da Podcast. I'm your host, Majaro, and joining me today is a very special guest, Pompey Portsmouth's very own MUA and nail tech extraordinaire, Devon Atkins. How you doing, babes? How you doing?
Good. How are you?
So, I'm good. And today we're here to talk about you, your business, and all the things that interest both of us.
Yes.
So I wanted to start off by letting the people know a little bit more about you. So you're Charlotte's best friend. Charlotte is my girlfriend for everyone who doesn't know.
Yeah,
you're Charlotte's
bestest friend.
Bestest friend for how long now?
27, 28 years. Long time.
Wow, that's long. And
too long sometimes.
you girls are Portsmouth lasses, born and bred.
We are indeed.
And you live down in the south. So if people don't know, Portsmouth is like one of the most southern towns in the UK. So you're by the seaside.
Yeah.
You know, you get a lot of sun when it's summertime. So
it's sunny.
When it's sunny and
so
not
it
raining.
Every day.
It really does. Especially in the winter, it rains every day. So what was it like being in Portsmouth, being down south? Because I feel like it's a completely different culture to being up north or being in like a proper metropolitan town. Like it's super busy.
Yeah.
But over here, from my personal experience, it seems like you guys are just, I won't say cruising, but just living life, chilled, you know, I'll get there when I get there.
We are really, yeah, compared to London, Manchester, I grew up in the city, so it was a bit more fast paced. You could like pop onto the motorway, just pop here, pop there. But down the Southsea, I'd say, is a lot more chilled. You could go for walks, you can just pop to the pub. It's bit more leisurely, I suppose. Yeah.
Like that's the first thing I realized. It's just, I wouldn't say people talk to you, but like I just felt like I just got a vibe. I just got a good vibe. So when Charlotte was like, "Oh, you know, let's move to Portsmouth,"
in the mornings, people will say, "Morning, hi, have a good day."
And
then as it gets towards the afternoon, you won't get any chat from anyone. But
yeah, because everyone's just getting from A to B.
Yeah, it is kind of like that. Yeah, that was my experience anyway. Yeah.
So Portsmouth, I've heard, is a former naval town. Like when I went down to the beach, I saw like a hovercraft. Charlotte told me it's like the only hovercraft. It's like goes on land and then over the sea as well.
Yeah, that's to Isle of Wight. So that's just below us. And you got the D-Day museum.
Yeah,
all
museums.
These things,
you got the shipyards. What's it like living in a former military base? Because
with like the Navy boys.
Yeah, I've heard bad stories. I've heard like they just come through from wherever they come, international, from America, from New Zealand or something, and just come through like Vikings and pillage the whole town and just
like
leave.
Like the films. Yeah, no, it's not. I've never experienced that. I've never experienced a Navy boy or Navy men. I suppose when we used to go out, they used to be around, causing havoc and harassment. But I'd personally never experienced that, thankfully.
Yeah, that's good.
They're wild, yeah. I've heard a lot of stories as well from my clients.
Oh, really?
Yeah, not good stories.
Oh, what? like what? Give me just like a little surface level how bad these boys are.
They pull up at the dock, they get off, they pick a woman.
Oh, straight off the lot.
That is, I think that's their main motive. And I just think they leave a little few things behind and then they leave. But not good experiences.
You also went to a all-girls school with Charlotte. What is it like?
It sounds really weird saying that now because I don't think you have many of them around, do you? It's quite an old-fashioned thing, to have segregated schools. Because like in Manchester, there was a all-girls school across from my primary school, and when I went to high school, I always used to get the bus with them. So every time they get on, so there's this one stop in Levenshulme, outside St Mary's or wherever. There's like this bus stop where all the Levenshulme girls screaming.
Yes.
Screeching.
As soon as that bus stop, gets pulled up on, you just hear dish, just loads of screaming. Loads of screaming and looking outside the windows, and sometimes there'll be beef with the guys and the girls, and it'll just be carnage. Like, is it always like that? Do you feel like it's as catty as some people say?
It is bitchy. Yeah.
Swear.
Girls are crazy. Obviously, you've got hormones. I feel like when you go to a school with boys and girls, you've got sort of like the testosterone to sort of level it out.
Level it out.
It's not like that with an all-girls school. It's wild. You have got fights. You've got arguments over stupid things. You're all sort of like, just trying to learn who you are and grow up and stuff. And it's just not easy.
Like,
I feel like I had quite a good ride. I feel like I was friends with everyone. Yeah.
You were friends with everyone? That's hard for people to say.
I'm like 5'9.5", so no one messed with me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I was Larry.
So wait, so no one like made fun of you for being tall? Because for a tall person's
green giant.
You got a green giant type of thing.
That used to really hurt my feelings. That was the worst.
The one that hurt my feelings the most was called lanky, right?
Lanky.
Yeah, do you know what that means?
Yeah, but doesn't that mean when you're like slim as well?
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind being called lanky.
Really?
Green giant. It's like the green giant.
Yeah, people used to take that to another level.
All the time.
Yeah. So
I didn't get that often, but
would you say, because obviously I've experienced being in a mixed school, do you feel like there's any benefits? Do you feel like having no boys, there's less distractions, or do you feel like the distractions just shift towards something else?
Yeah, I'm a walking distraction, so I don't feel like I concentrate as much as I should have done in school. But I think with just as women, like as being a woman now, I think it was great having all like the hardships that you have, say the things like coming on your period, things like that. It was I count my blessings that I didn't have to go through those sort of things
in front of men.
I just think because boys can be horrible, can't they? Girls can be horrible, but boys can be really horrible.
Yeah, and I feel like for a young female going through those experiences, I feel like it's more open to talk about.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Would you say?
You feel more comfortable, I'd say. Yeah, I don't know if you'd feel like that if you. Then again, I haven't got that experience to talk from, but yeah, definitely more comfortable.
So now we've got a little, basis of where you're from, who you are. Could you give like a person who's coming new to Portsmouth like a layout of all the best things to do? Like, what are the we've got the football ground, so Portsmouth Football Club, that's down here. What else would you suggest people to check out in Portsmouth?
I'd say the beach. The beach, I'd say, is South Sea in general is like a number one attraction. You've got Gun Wharf, you've got the shopping, the outlets, food. I'm all about the food. You've got the independent restaurants. We were talking about that earlier.
I'm not gonna lie. The takeaway spots down south here aren't the best, because in Manchester I feel like you get more value for your money. The portions are better. I feel like the quality of meat.
You were slating the food, Midge. That's what you did.
Yes, that's what I was really going in. From takeaways. So like the places on Just Eat.
I told him he needs to go to the independent places.
Yeah, you actually need to eat out here. You need to go to South Sea, and I know where the like.
It was Santiago.
Where would you say like the top restaurants are?
Oh, that's hard. I just wouldn't say the chain restaurants. Like, you can go to Gun Wharf, you can have a good meal, Wagamama, wherever, but I feel like the independent places, Santiago's lovely, but then they're small plates, and you don't necessarily like small plates, do you? But they do like big portions. It's tasty. It's tasty food. There's good Japanese places down here.
What's that Brazilian place?
What did you go there?
Del Costa, something like that. What's it called, babes?
Oh.
Casa Brazil. Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah,
it.
you went there.
Have
Or
you
did
been-
you rate that? I don't eat meat really.
Oh yeah, you're
Eat chicken,
you're a
but don't eat
vegetarian,
meat.
aren't you?
Chickens don't really feel like meat to me.
Yeah.
I know that so many other people feel like that. They don't. Chickens aren't real animals.
They're just just food, just food.
Yeah.
So those are your highlights for the best places to go in Portsmouth. What would you say?
I think of other places. Sakura, lovely Japanese.
I'm not a big fan of Japanese. I only like the katsu chicken, and maybe like the fried
noodles?
squid.
Noodles.
I'm not a big fan of noodles, like Japanese noodles. I will eat like the what's it called? Oh, Indomie noodles. I like those. I think those are like Indonesian noodles. So I like them.
A bit thinner. Are they thinner?
Yeah, they're thinner, and I feel like you can, if you make it yourself, you can make it as thick as you can. But I feel like the Japanese noodles, I feel like there's more water /
Maybe that's why I like it, because I feel like I'm being naughty, but it's like healthier.
Healthier.
It's fresh. I don't feel, look, when you have a meal or a takeaway and you feel really gross afterwards, I don't feel like that with Japanese. So maybe that's why I like it.
Yeah, it's nice and light, but I feel like I love the heavy
and
stuff.
edamame beans. I love edamame beans, the spicy ones.
So, where would you say... Okay, so what would you say you don't like the most about Portsmouth? What would you say, like, the things that, if this wasn't here, my life would be 10 times... Well, I wouldn't say 10, but a little bit like 10% better. What are the little places or things that you feel like lets Portsmouth down, would you say?
Maybe the council. I feel like there's so many places in Portsmouth that have got so much potential. North End, where I grew up, I'm from, commercial roads. I feel like they could have so much more potential, but nothing's done about it.
What, do you feel like it's just been stagnated? Because I feel like there's
little shops. There's like, it could be like little cute area that you could really get the most out of. And I feel like they don't do anything about it. They spend money on pointless things.
Yeah, they take our tax
like most
money.
councils, but
Yeah.
they take my money.
Yeah, take my money. Don't clean up.
invest
Don't
back into it. Yeah,
like there's a place that
that whole thing of not like they don't do the garden anymore. Like all the roundabouts are looking crazy. It's not good.
and then they blame it on COVID.
Yeah,
They blame it on COVID. Everything's COVID related. But what else? I would say definitely the traffic. Like, because, Pompey play in the centre of Portsmouth, when there's a football game or if anything crazy happens along the roads.
3 main roads.
Yeah,
are always
3 main
busy.
roads. If they're busy, it is a train wreck.
I
trying to
like
get
being
out
in my
here.
car. I like driving. I like listening to the music. So traffic never bothers me, but I know parking. Parking is a big thing, and especially with where I live, is trying to find a parking space is murder.
Like, I feel like, I
don't worry about that, but people who say come into town do.
Like, since I've started driving, it's been...
Can you get in small spaces?
Just about. I feel like
I've... small car, though.
Yeah, exactly. It helps. I've been driving for like a year now, and I feel like... Thank you. I feel like, obviously, the more experience I have, the better at parking I am. But it's just so hard to find parking spots anywhere. And if you park in the wrong place at the wrong time, and you don't do this, you don't do that, you feel like you've got more time than you're allowed.
That's me. I think it takes 10 minutes to get everywhere. That's me.
The tickets. Like, in Reading, I got more tickets there than I probably should.
Parking tickets?
Yeah, from the place that I was living at. They were charging me to park in my own apartment space.
I've got a drive, but you can't park on it because it's too small, and you've got a white line. Everyone parks on that. That frustrates me.
Yeah, people, and there's some people
park your own drive, isn't it?
Some people who don't care. They just come park through, and that's it. So I wanted to, get to what you do now for work. Yeah. So you're MUA?
Makeup artist, MUA.
Extraordinaire. MUA. So...
Before MUA was like, well known, everyone used to think it was MUA.
Yeah. So was that always the plan? Did you always, did you wake up one day and was like, I want to be a makeup artist. I want to, do nails for a living.
No.
What was the quote unquote plan at the start?
So I used to work at Nationwide Building Society, and I just got my first house. Wasn't earning great money, and wanted to do something on the side. So me and my friend booked a nail technician course, and we both were going to do it together. We were like, we're going to take over Portsmouth. We're going to be the best. We're going to be like,
we're going to run this town.
Yeah, literally. And she was crap. She was literally so bad. So it's funny, actually. We always laugh about that, how she cried, and that's how she got the qualification.
She cried?
Yeah.
Oh, please.
Yeah, like,
me and my friend have been working on this for so long. I can't let her down.
Dreams are taken over Portsmouth, ruined. But no, I ended up getting a nail technician course. And I'm big on manifestation. What do you think of that? I'm quite interested to hear what you think of that.
Honestly, I don't think of it. I just do the work.
Do it. Yeah.
I just do the work. Yeah.
That's fair enough. I'm big on what you put out, you get back. And I feel like because I was like making moves to earn more money, makeup come my way. So I was posting my own makeup on Facebook, Instagram, my own looks, and that I was doing it myself. And it was Jenna, actually, you know, Charlotte's friend, Jenna, our friend Jenna, that was like,
Jenna.
Yeah. She was like, you should post more of this. And my cousin asked me to do her prom makeup. I don't even know where makeup come from. I think it was just because I have quite a creative family. I'm creative, can write, draw, and all of that.
So would you say your family supported you in going down that route after?
Yeah, school? I would. My mum always encouraged me to she's a very realistic person. So it's like, get a job, make money, like put the hard work in. I saw that from her. She's a hairdresser and has always done that and worked really hard and done really well for herself. So that was a great motivation. Yes, they supported me. I think my mum might have even bought like the course for my birthday or something, like the nail course.
That's nice. Shout out to Mumsy.
Yeah, literally. But I was, social media was just like, Instagram was becoming big and everyone was buying makeup. You had Kylie Cosmetics coming out. You had all these big brands. These celebrities started bringing all these brands out. And I was on YouTube just watching it all the time. So I feel like I really learned my craft.
So that was like the feeding ground for you. You're like, I'm seeing Kylie, I'm seeing Kim, I'm seeing all these, you know, what's it, Jeffree Star? Did you see Jeffree Star stuff?
I did.
What's his name? James Charles as well.
Yeah, I'm not a supporter of him really, but not necessarily a supporter. I just didn't watch him. More like Jaclyn Hill, Desi Perkins, Nicole Guerrero, like all these makeup influencers, and YouTube become big. So I was watching that all the time. I was buying all the makeup. And my cousin asked me to do her prom makeup, and I was like, no, like go to a professional, go to Debenhams on a concession stand thing, go get them to do your makeup. I'm not doing it. And she was like, God, please, like I really want you to do it. I did it and I posted it on Facebook, and it went mad.
Oh, so
yeah, it went mad. And it was Jenna. That's what I was saying. It was Jenna that encouraged me to post it on there and was like, post it, make sure you're like getting out there, kind of thing. And I just had girls messaging me like, can you do my prom makeup? And I was doing makeup for £10.
For £10?
Faces for £10, yeah.
Do you feel like that's the starting rate you can possibly charge for a newbie
maybe not now
makeup artist?
This was back in like 2015, I think. 2015, 2014. But yeah, I wouldn't say you could charge that now, but it was like £10 a face, £5 for a trial. And that's ridiculous. Like, you're losing money, you know, because I'm using all this product on your face. And the
product's not cheap, you know. No. Like, the good quality ones. You can get the ones from, like, Asda's Own or, you know,
you using MAC back then. Ones. It was MAC, like, you know, Becca. It's all these expensive brands that I was using personally. So, yeah, I was losing money, if anything. But I was investing into my Instagram, into my brands. And I just, my dad picked Beauty HQ. We all sat around, also in my living room, and he was like, "What about Nails HQ?" Because this is when I was just going to do nails, and I was like, "I like that, but what about if I branch into something else? I need it to be more of like a broader, general."
That's what I'm thinking about the podcast, because obviously at the start is, you know, just focus around the podcast, but I feel like as I've done more videos, done reaction videos, done reviews, I feel like it's more of a production, so watch out for Pree Da Productions maybe coming soon, maybe.
I love that. Maybe. I love that. I think that when you go more specific, it shuts you in a bit of a box, doesn't it, I suppose. But yeah, he said Beauty HQ, and I remember bursting into tears. I remember bursting into tears. Of joy, obviously. Yeah, like happiness, just like so that. So that's your brand name, Beauty HQ. Yeah, and when I set Beauty HQ on Instagram and TikTok. But
go plug it, girl.
But when I set that up, there was only one other Beauty HQ, and that was in Toronto. Okay. And now there's like obviously a few more and stuff. But I feel like I was like one of the OGs.
OG Beauty HQs.
Yeah, but I feel like it just come my way. I feel like because I was wanting to earn more money, I was wanting to do something I was passionate about. I really enjoyed working at Nationwide, but I just felt like I could never see myself working my way up a corporate ladder. I could see myself being at the top of something.
Yeah, I hear you.
No managers above me.
I hear you. Everyone wants to be the manager. No one wants to be like
I'm
the
not
grunt.
very good at people telling me what to do. So yeah, I was getting in trouble with that. But like I said, me and my boyfriend had just bought our first house, and it was financially you want to be comfortable and stuff like that. So I was just thought I did like a little earning like on the side, and it blew
and then
up.
it blew up.
It blew up. It was crazy.
So making that, that jump from being in employment to being self-employed, how was that period for you? Did you feel like super scared?
Yeah.
Were you thinking about, what if I don't get the clients? What if all this quote unquote hype dries up and I've got no customers anymore? Was that a fear for you when you were making the transition, if you will?
I feel like I left at a good time. I feel like I wanted to go part-time originally because I was fearful of that, of not having any clients. What about if no one wants to come to me? What about if I'm not booked and busy? And I left in summer, which was an amazing time to leave. It was July. It was prom season, weddings, graduations. You've got all of that. And I think that's why I'm such like a heavy, like I'm so heavy on people doing like going self-employed now, because now I've experienced that. It really is the best thing.
Yeah.
It is.
You couldn't think of going back to your 9 to 5, can you?
No. And I get people, everyone's in different situations. It just, I like I say, not being told what to do and being able to manage my hours better. And I say this, I still work crazy hours, but it's just nice being able to manage that, like myself.
Yeah, I feel like, because obviously you've got your own building, so you're in control of your own space. So if you want to just pop over for a drink
put some washing on
before a client
out.
comes through, you've got the time.
Shit, my stock's low. I've got to run to the shop.
Exactly.
That's usually what is me. I'm not great at organisation, but it's nice just being able to do like the little things that you want to do, like say pop to go for lunch or whatever.
So obviously being self-employed, not everything's going to be, on the up and up. Sometimes there'll be like some downtimes or stuff that you might feel like the market's very uncertain. What periods, during your career so far would you feel like, you've had to deal with like ups and downs? What would you say like
probably, the most? Touching on going self-employed. I went self-employed in the summer. It was, like I say, it was really, really busy. And then you get to sort of the January, February, that this is my only source of income. No one's getting their makeup done. No one's going out. No one's doing anything. That was stressful, because your income does drop. So that was a bit of a crazy time, because that's like normally from like January to maybe March. When I was only just doing makeup, that was my only source of income. So when people weren't going out, they weren't having events or anything like that, I found that a bit of a struggle. But then obviously it perks back up again. And I was doing that for about 2-3 years, and then I thought I've got to use my nail technician qualification.
So you started to diversify your portfolio of the skills that you can do. So instead of just doing makeup where, it can only be certain times or when there's events or something that's really important for someone, now it's like nails.
It's like predominantly weekends, isn't it? People think that. I was busy in the week. You have trials, you have things like that. But yeah, it's predominantly weekends. So I wanted to be busier in the week. My house was always clean. I was literally at home all the time, and I was like, I need to get out of my house. I need to be earning money. So
then you started to do the nail. What would you say like the major difference between doing those two sort of work? Would you say the nails are more consistent? Because obviously I feel like every woman in the UK has to get their nails done. I feel like if they don't have their nails a fresh set on or close to a fresh set, it's like, I need to get my nails done. I need to get my nails done. If a nail's chipped,
it's a feeling like when you get your hair cut. I bet it's a feeling. It makes you feel good. Like you tie it in with your outfit. What outfit am I going to wear on the weekend? What events have I got coming up? Yeah, I'd say like my clients are so loyal. Like I love my clients. I've built up a really amazing client base that I am very consistent with makeup. Like any event, birthdays, they're always booking in. But with nails, you just have that consistency, whereas every 3 to 4 weeks, you need an infill. Your nails are looking
a bit raggedy,
dry
daggedy.
And, dusty. You need them redone and infilled. So yeah, that's why nails was probably, because I did do a brow course and I was thinking about doing brows, but I love nails. I've always loved like painting nails, and I think it's like you can do any colour, shape, whatever. I feel like it's a really good creative.
Do you do feet? Do you do feet?
I do not do feet. Don't be coming to me wanting your feet done. I'll tell everyone that. I will not touch your feet. Keep them socks on, Mitch.
Yeah, Charlotte told me, yeah.
Did she?
Devon don't do feet, babe. She doesn't.
I
was like, fair enough.
People come to you. They want to come to you after work. So, like, I get people come to me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
So, I've asked other nail technicians this. Like, what do you do when you're doing feet? Like, how do they wash? And some people don't. They don't. They don't bring the little Havanas with them that they can put on after their little French pedi. They come in after, which is no shade
to like
shade.
the foot nail
wash your
technicians.
feet. Take wipes with you. You know, like I just think even if you just wiped your feet down before you have your feet done.
Yeah. Just the basics, guys.
It depends as well, though, actually, doesn't it? Because I suppose most people probably go where you put you soak your feet.
Yeah, I would probably advise that.
Yeah,
like to put that the nail tech probably just has like a bucket or like a.
I wouldn't do. Yeah, I know personal like nail techs that necessarily work from home. You don't do the sort of French pedis like that. It's like you'll just like I don't know. You sort their feet out without them being soaked and stuff. So I just feel like I'd want clean feet. But if you come to me with clean feet, I might do. They're the same thing, aren't they, really? Your nails on your hands and feet.
Yeah. But, maybe you can employ someone specifically for that.
Yeah, get you doing all my dirty work.
Literally. So, so those are like the seasonal ups and downs. What would you say, like, your quote-unquote biggest achievement in just your actual day-to-day job? Not social media or anything, just your actual... What would you say, like, wow, that look that I did for this person was so amazing. It was very, personal to me, or someone that you did that's a friend, or it was for a special occasion. Or you had to do like 10 bridesmaids makeup in one session. Like,
I love weddings. I love bridal makeup. I think it's such a special moment that you're a part of their lives, that they they feel quite honoured, to be honest, to be asked to do something. I just love the interactions with my clients where it's like a therapy session. I have amazing looks that I think I've done that I've stand back and I'm like, wow. I've worked with my friend Helly. She used to get me to do shoots for Sassy World, and we used to have so much fun. I used to love those. There's so many achievements and looks and nails that I've done that I think, wow. But those little moments where you're just like supporting someone or you're helping them through something, like that's what I love about my job.
Oh, that's
my favourite.
That's really
thing.
nice. That's really nice. Yeah. So it's like, because like you said with nails,
like real people,
like you said with nails and makeup, it's like getting a fresh trim. Like, I know there's barbers who you can talk to for days while they're talking and cutting your hair and be like, yeah, man, I'm just going through at home and X, Y, and Z. And you can,
because you're gone for hours. You go get a haircut and you're gone. Not you specifically, but
I feel like the actual cutting of the hair takes 45 minutes, 30 minutes if they're really good and really quick. But like the whole waiting.
It's waiting, yeah.
There's not as many barbershops maybe down here, but in general, as you would probably expect there to be. So if you're a barber and you're thinking of, starting up a shop, do it, because there's going to be clients, especially if you're good. But yeah, it's the whole waiting around that causes the most time, to be fair. So you mentioned earlier that you create online content and your friend asked you to post. I feel like if you're doing something as creative as makeup or nails, like crazy designs, crazy looks, I know there's people who do cosmetic, like crazy horror makeup.
Yes, effects. I love that.
Exactly.
My cousin is unbelievable at that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Have you seen any of the Halloween looks that we do?
I saw the Medusa one, I think. She
did a zombie on me and I had like scars all over my head, blood. It was insane. She's so creative. And it just runs in my family. Like, I just love it that you can just, I don't know, work together with people that you love and create.
Would you say that the content creation aspect of your job is now essential? Because before it wasn't always like that. Before you could literally just be MUA and nail tech in your own, town or city and get clients like that and you can make a decent living. But do you feel like to get that client base or to even get more clients or to even grow yourself past just doing specific looks, you need that online platform?
I feel like that's how I grew my brand and my business. I say business brand because that's obviously where I want to go. But that's how I grew my business. I was doing competitions every single week. I'd post a photo and everyone had to comment, tag, share. Like, honestly,
the proper graph.
Yeah, I was, and it was something quite new. I feel like this is why I feel like I grew quite quickly within Portsmouth, within like the makeup industry. But it was like a competition. I'd post a photo of what I wanted to create. People had to share it. It was like Gigi Hadid or like a celebrity, and then or like a makeup influencer, whoever. And then I'd get them in and I'd do that look on them and then post that, and it just created a bit of a hype. Like, it's all about creating hype, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all about getting that hype.
It's the energy. I feel like I've chilled energy today, but it's all that like energy to just like
you have to get people excited for your brand.
You do,
and I feel like that's the most important thing, because one of the things when I started to do podcasting and creating content, I feel like
you're really good at
I can hype up. I can be a hype man.
Yeah.
But like, I feel like I can only be a hype man for myself. I can't be someone else's hype man. I don't know what it is. I just feel like I can hype up myself.
Yeah, but you've got your vision and you know where you want to. Like, it's probably the same with me. That's how I am with my own business.
Like, I feel like it comes from passion. That hype comes from passion. And if you're
drive.
if you're excited about your own product, you don't need any extra motivation. You're just like, I just want people to watch this and these people to see this. I want more clients and I want to engage with people in X, Y, and Z. And I feel like that can be transferred through the screen. You might not always have the time to speak to people in person, but if people
feel that as well. People feel that they feel like your passion and your energy and stuff through the screen. I feel like
you feel the vibes. The vibes. Obviously, with online content and working from your home, there was a time where we couldn't do that. We couldn't, have people around. You couldn't have people to do your nails or do your makeup, and this was the dreaded COVID times. The dreaded COVID times, the CV-19 years. How was that like for you? Because at that point, me and you, started to speak to each other because, me and Charlotte met around that time. Yeah. So, like, when Charlotte was telling me, oh, yeah, definitely, she can't get any clients in.
I just started doing nails.
Just started
doing nails, and I feel like I was just building my clients up, and then, COVID hit. And I was only just getting, like, I wouldn't even say I was getting good. I was just building up my client base, the products I wanted to use, like tagging the brands and just trying to sort of get the momentum really going. And just trying to get as many people in as I could to practice on. And then COVID.
Yeah.
COVID hit.
Like, obviously being self-employed, when obviously you have the seasonal ups and downs, which, after a couple of years, you probably know how to prepare for that.
You do. You really. And
but when it comes to a sudden legal enforcement
people
shutdown.
Telling you what to do, which is why I went self-employed.
People, literally the big man telling you what to do. Like, how did you survive? Was it just like you just had,
I'm still asking myself that now.
Savings piled up and you're like, okay, let me just coast. Because obviously you didn't get the whole COVID pay and stuff like that, did you?
No, not as much as furlough. I did get COVID grants.
Oh, okay.
So you have that every however many months. Obviously Tom was still working and he does well, so he had to sacrifice some of his like spending and shopping or whatever to help us both out. Obviously we've got a mortgage to pay. I think we were remortgaging at the time as well, so you got all the stress of that. It was it wasn't a very nice time. I didn't go into my studio once, not even to get makeup out, not even them doors. From the moment they said they need to be shut, they stayed shut.
Wow, those door hinges must have been rusty when you opened them up again.
Just it's funny because I think everyone suffered in their own little way. I had the best tan ever. It was the best summer, wasn't it?
Oh yeah, true. Because it was summertime, wasn't it?
Yeah,
it was like March and then onto like summertime. Yeah, summertime was lit. I'm not gonna lie.
I sunbathed all day, read books. Just didn't go in my studio. It felt like almost wrong too.
Felt like you were just doing.
I couldn't
nothing.
be creative. Yeah, I did go on. I was on my stories more and I was posting and stuff, and I really wish that I'd carried that on. But I feel like I was just in my head too much. Right, I think a lot of people you just got in your head about things, and when your head goes.
Would you say now that you've come on the other side of that, things are back to normal? Would you say like, because obviously you have the silent period of COVID, and then you had the recovery period where everything's up and down, lockdowns, not lockdown, lockdown, not lockdown, and then you have the period where there's no lockdown in sight. Let's try and get to some stability. Let's try and get to some norm. Do you feel like we're at the point where we can say, okay, this is normal life now, no more COVID?
It's been normal for me for a very long time. We just need to get on with it, don't we?
Yeah. Like even now, people are getting COVID. It's just like, okay, stay off work, come back when you're recovered.
I was over it a long time ago. I think everyone, all my clients know my opinion on that. I'm just, over it. It was really hard. I wouldn't say the first lockdown is that was almost like a bit of, not a luxury, but whenever did we get that time off where you're kind of, obviously once the grants come in, you felt like you could chill a bit and relax financially, obviously. But it was the second lockdown, when it was from November.
Yeah,
I remember doing
the Christmas
me and my cousin, we did all of our Halloween makeup. We had people cancelling like left, right and centre.
Wow.
Yeah, and then that evening, Boris at like 5 p.m. Said, you aren't going back to work tomorrow. And I remember closing my gate and just being so sad. And we were shut for a whole month, and then we were open for December, and then it was was it the January or February lockdown?
I think it was.
I think that hit everyone harder.
It was like a month or two, and then it was
like,
another.
Gotcha,
bitch. Literally, it was like that. Wow.
So that was harder for me. So getting back into it after then, because it felt like you were almost being going back.
Yeah, it's like, what's the point of me getting ready, me getting the right frame of mind and preparing for whether it's exams or doing work what's the point when I know like the cases are rising and X, Y, and Z any minute now.
Obviously, you care about people, but I was over it from then.
Yeah, definitely.
When everyone's like, I need to do a test before you come around my house, I'm like, I won't see you then. I'll stay at home.
I'll just wear a mask and that's it.
Said I wake up every morning, pray to God that I'm fixing up. Hope I'm never slipping up. Hear the money calling, need my peace to start getting up. Feeling like I'm blessed, but it came with a bit of luck. Feeling like you stressed, then the tension starts to fill you up. Need an intermission, they ain't the same lane as us. Cut from different sticks, they're not the same range as us. They cop the pleas and top of teas, they're not hitting range with us. Keep